So what was sex education like for you in school?
When I was in high school, my health teacher, my freshman year health teacher, I'll never forget him, and they showed us a video of a woman giving birth, and that was our version of sex ed. I don't remember talking about anything else, anatomy, nothing like that. So that was my version of sex ed.
Yeah, I had the projector, the slides, like, so this is what, and this is,
My first sex ed thing was definitely in 5th grade, and they put on a version of The Little Mermaid.
Stop.
Yes, and she had like no clothes on, and I'm like, what is happening?
I had the very stereotypical, like, the gym teacher in 5th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It was like almost fear-based. Like, no one talked about how, beautiful it should be and things like that. It was very much of like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that.
Where do you guys get most of your info about sexual education?
I guess like stories that my friends say. Yeah. And like the internet.
Probably social media, I guess, because like we have health class and stuff at school, but I feel like it's not super like helpful all the time because it's not like real world situations, I guess.
Yeah, I say my parents. I think my parents are pretty good at educating me about that, but I don't really have most of it.
Probably same for me.
It's so awkward of a conversation because parents make it feel really, really awkward and you're just like, please stop.
That's the tension, because we're like, hey, we don't want to talk about it, and they're like, hey, don't talk to me about it, but I can go home and find it right now. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's like, what do you do? It's really gonna take people being intentional, being brave.
The reason why I love what Reality Check does is because it's so holistic. It's really honoring to the teens because it's allowing them to activate their critical thinking and make decisions for their lives, which is what they're supposed to be doing at that age anyway, and really get them to think intentionally with choices in all of their relationships, not just romantic relationships.
I really love that it's a bridge between parents and the schools too. It helps that the speakers feel very relatable too, and to find that person, to really get some, concrete, right, encouragement and truth, right, is such a beautiful opportunity, I think, for any generation.
When you grow through some of the things that you didn't know and have to experience some of those things and the negative effects of it, it's like, man, if I would have known this sooner. Yeah. So just like, let's see if we can cut down the learning curve for others.
They're gonna search it, they're gonna look it up, and they're gonna have those questions, so might as well be coming from someone who cares about them, knows them, and wants to properly provide the information.
Once we personalize it with them, I think it opens up the door of oh, these aren't just people coming in and teaching me uncomfortable topics sometimes, but it's like a personal conversation with them.
They talk to us about having good relationships with friends and other people too, and you have to find people in your life that have the same values as you, and surround yourself with those people to make you better.
I know so many people who were friends with me at one point and then get in a relationship and just completely disassociate with everyone, and it's really weird.
If it's coming from somebody else besides your parent or your teacher, it's an authority that you don't just dismiss as oh, you just talk to me about, you give me advice about everything.
My hope is that our information, the information that we're teaching, really gets spread and becomes the normal response of, hey, I have a future, I have values, and I want to make decisions that align with that and not make decisions that could derail me for that.
This generation, I think Gen Z, Gen Alpha, I think they have a bad rap sometimes, and people think that they're crazy and they're loud and they have all this information and they're different than any other generation. And my hope for them would be that the things that they learn, that the whole generation can be impacted by this idea of being empowered to make informed and intentional decisions and knowing that they deserve to make those decisions. It's not just because it's good for them or because it's better or we think we know, but because they deserve to make these decisions that match the value that we all know that they have. To know that they don't have to do it alone, and they're not alone within that.